and welcome to this A1 beginner lesson with me, Kate. Today, in lesson 20, we're going to be looking at some present simple questions. Okay, but first, some vocabulary. Pets, pets, pets. A house, a house. A house, home, home, home. Okay, let's start with our questions. So I have some questions for you. Do you live in the centre of town? Do you live in a house or a flat? Do you have a garden? Who do you live with? How many people are there in your house? Do you have any children? Do you have any pets? And do you work or study near your home? So here are some examples of questions about home life. How do we make a question? So you can see in my table here, I have the subject, you. I have my present simple verb, in this case, live and have. And then I have the end of the phrase, in the centre of town, in a house or a flat, a garden, children, or any pets. But there's a very important auxiliary verb missing from the beginning of our question. What was that auxiliary verb? Well done, do. Do you live in the centre of town? Do you live in a house or a flat? Do you have a garden? Do you have children? Do you have any pets? And we can have short answers. We can say, yes, I do, or no, I don't. One more time, that's yes, I do, or no, I don't. Very good. So you can see again, we have the auxiliary verb, the subject, the present simple verb, and the rest of the phrase. Let's see what happens. We can change the subject. Do I live in the centre of town? Do I have a garden? Do I have any pets? Or we can say we. Do we live in a house or a flat? Do we have children? Or we can use they. Do they live in the centre of town? Do they have a garden? This is the same rule for you, I, we, or they. Okay, good. So can you make some sentences? Make more questions. So you can see the first one, live in a big city. How can I make a question? Do you live in a big city? Have a look at the rest. We've got work with computers, work in a big company, study English in a school, study any other languages, have a car, have a job, have a dog, work in the centre of town, have any brothers or sisters. Can you make these into questions? Pause the video, have a go. Well done. Let's see how you got on. Do you live in a big city? Well, that was our example. Let's look at the next one. Work with computers. Do you work with computers? About this one, work in a big company. Do you work in a big company? What about D? Study English in a school. Do you study English in a school? E, study any other languages? Do you study any other languages? F, have a car. Do you have a car? G, have a job. Do you have a job? H, have a dog. Do you have a dog? I, work in the centre of town. Do you work in the centre of town? And finally, J, have any brothers or sisters? Do you have any brothers or sisters? Quick note about pronunciation. You can see here the most important word, the word that is stressed, is our verb. Live, work, study, have. That's the most important word. The auxiliary verb do and the subject you aren't so important. They're little. We squash them together. Listen and repeat. Do you live in a big city? Do you work with computers? Do you work in a big company? Do you study English in school? Do you study any other languages? Do you have a car? Do you have a job? Do you have a dog? Do you work in the centre of town? Do you have any brothers or sisters? Well done. That's it for today. Can you ask me a question? Any question? Leave it in the comments below. Please don't forget to subscribe to show your support. And coming next in lesson 21, we'll be looking at some vocabulary for personal possessions. Thanks very much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.